Hi everyone, this is Rob Roy of Elliott Wave Options, and welcome to this trade review of our recently closed trade ID number 75 on CRM. Now this one goes back a ways as it went through an extended adjustment process. As you can see, it still ended up with a loss. However, going through the adjustment process brought it back to where the loss after the adjustments were less than had we just taken the original loss. So here you can see the original position was back in April. So again, this one took a while, and we had $460 that was originally put into this one. This was in our volatility strategy as it was a strangle. Now the pattern setup was a good one. Had a run up moving into a symmetrical triangle. It's a pattern that I've had great success with in the past on the strangles. Sometimes they take a little longer to move than others, unfortunately, and this is one of those. So we had the first adjustment where we did have the stock break to the downside, and on the break to the downside we were able to generate some money out of our puts. So we took the puts off, brought that income in, and we had this pattern here which I call the launch pad effect. You get this launch pad or blast off effect from this flat area here where we find support. So that was the expectation, leaving the calls on. Well, the calls expired. And so we had just the premium that was brought in from the put, but the expectation was still the same. It was still expected to move. Now we'd moved into, as you'll see in this chart, a zigzag pattern, expecting the stock to move up into the 168 area. So we put on a long call spread. Well, again, took too long. It expired before the stock made its move, and we realized a loss in that adjustment. So we made another adjustment because, again, the pattern was still there. So it's trusting the pattern that we're going to go up and hit that target price. Here we're starting to build a set of higher lows. We've got divergence in the money flow. So the divergence that was showing there gave us the confidence to stay in this position, make the adjustment, which we did, and we came up and finally hit the target that we were expected to hit. And so in that position, we ended up, throughout the course of the entire trade, we ended up with a small loss, $350 on all capital invested, which you can see is less than the amount that was put in the original trade. Long explanation there, but hopefully that was educational for you and another good example of why we go through and do these adjustments. Look forward to talking to you again next time. Take care, everybody.